All right, guys, I just picked up my lunch. Get ready to head back down. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? I am hooked on these things. I got some shoyu salmon in here and some spicy tuna, scallops, cucumber, hot peppers, masago, and a little eel sauce on the top. I can rattle that off, but I can't order nothing from Starbucks. That's crazy. But I love these poke bowls. Try one. Try one. And bamboo rice. Don't get the regular rice because it's fattening. Get the bamboo rice or kale. That was my tip for the day. But yesterday was one of the best times I've had out there in training camp. I met two awesome human beings. First, it was Military Appreciation Day. So I met this guy, Jay, from the Air Force, who was absolutely awesome. We sat over there in the Delta, in the elite section, in the VIP section, and we sat there and we talked for hours and watched everybody, not for hours, but while everybody came out, and he was absolutely awesome. And I told him I'm gonna give him a shout out on the channel. And then also I was running down there to see Foots, because I know Foots the King, at Foots the King. Go ahead and follow him if you not follow him or whatever. You must be under the rock if you're not following him. But Foots' energy is just over the top. And it ain't just me. You know what I'm talking about. And people that I met down there were like saying, you know, it's Foots here. I met two people that was talking him up. So if you hadn't subscribed to him, subscribe to him. He's easily one of my favorite YouTubers. But as far as something interesting I wanted to say about our wide receivers, and I did that because when I got in the car, I got this. This is the roster. This is the current roster. And you always, when you go to training camp, you always have to get one of these because people have changed numbers and there's a whole bunch of new people and all that. And the wide receiver core, the only numbers you have really imprinted in your brain is maybe is of course Beasley and Terrence Williams and Noah Brown, you know, the people that were here last year. But when you got Katie Cannon, you got Lance Lenore, but he didn't play last year, so that number's not imprinted. But there was a whole bunch of new numbers out there. So I consciously did not look at the wide receivers because I wanted to see what wide receiver, you know, stepped out, you know, just like was looking good, and I didn't know who that was and want to go, man, who is number such and such? And I picked up the thing, especially after watching all the tape last night. I'm like, that number 13 is killing. And who is 13? It's Michael Gallup. It is the man, Michael Gallup. So it's not, and I was high on Gallup after the draft, and I was not going to come here, you know, being hype on Gallup or whatever. I wanted to see if he can do it. And this is like proof that I did not know which number he was. And I was liking that number 13 a whole lot. So that's something you can take to the bank. 16 too. 16 was making some catches out there, and that was my boy, which confirmed a lot of things for me. I hate he's gone for the season. Cedric Wilson, I hate he's gone for the season, but that's something to look up to. But some more that you probably don't know is number 19, Mikhail McKay. He's getting my attention out there a lot, and Deontay Thompson is too. Number 15. When you look, all you got to do is go and look at my the highlights I put up last night, the raw footage, and you can see there was one time Gallup burnt. I forgot who it was, but he burnt somebody so bad they just fell straight in the face, and the ball was misthrown, I think, by either Cooper Rush or Mike White, one of them. But it was nasty. It was really nasty. So I'm going to go look more deeply at Michael Gallup today, because that might be a guy. He might be our Diggs. You don't know where a Diggs is coming from. A Diggs comes from anywhere. Antonio Brown comes from anywhere. So you don't know until they got. And I can't remember who it was, but on a podcast with me and DC Fanatic a while back, we talked to someone who used to play with the Cowboys prior to Tony Romo, and he was, you know, he said that he was sad because during his tenure, he never had a quarterback to deal with. He never had a quarterback that could get him the ball or whatever. And Tony Romo came, and he could get like Lawrence Robinson, Miles Austin, everybody the ball. in that offense that we're running. And I believe Dak can distribute the ball. No, he doesn't have the arm that Tony Romo has. I'm not saying that, but Dak knows how to distribute the ball evenly. Like that's his thing. So if these guys get the opportunity to get the ball in their hands with their speed and their athletic ability, who knows? They could be a Diggs. That Thompson really looked like a Diggs out there. So we don't know, and I'm glad. I can't wait to see these guys in action so we can see them in a real game to see what these young guys do, because all of them are running with the first team. I mean, yesterday Lance Lenore was running with the first team. I'm pretty sure, if you can check on my footage, but I like the unpredictability of our wide receiver core. Now, our tight ends, I don't have the same excitement. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna keep a side eye on our tight ends. Our defensive line, I have trust in Marinelli there. I'm scared of our defensive line, our interior defensive line, not the pass rush. I'm scared of our interior, but maybe the coaches have something in mind for that. All right, guys, heading down there again. Man, I'm having so much fun. I miss this. I really do. I miss this. All right, holla at you.